Good morning, you guys, and welcome to Cup of Joe with Jordy. I'm your host, the Jordy of that equation, and today I am joined with
Ian.
We are super excited to be here. Hopefully you guys had an awesome MegaSota game night last night. Tonight is a Twins Wednesday, so you guys better come out for that, but we got a ton of reasons for you guys to stick around all day long as we're going to be streaming to you live on all those brand new Pilot TVs, your Pilot Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as Twitch. Our channel names on both are MegaSota for you guys.
Yeah, speaking of those Pilot TVs, we actually got some brand new Pilot TVs heading to some existing locations, and those locations are Smiley's Tavern, B&L Bar, Moen's Bar, Rodney's Tavern, Oleander Saloon, Big Dog Sports Cafe, the Lamplighter Bar, as well as the Dam and Ore, all getting those lovely Pilot TVs. Hopefully you guys are watching right now on one of those TVs. Check in if you are, so we could shoot you out some luck.
Absolutely, but I think we had over 10 other Pilot TVs get installed just this past week, so definitely stay in the know about that, as we're going to be letting you know about those locations very soon as well. But we also want to let you know about all the great prizes you have on the line today, and it starts right off with that Twins Bingo that we jump into just 10 minutes after we get off air on here, and you guys will be trying for $1,437 and that token 52 ball or less count.
Yeah, really, really fun stuff. Hopefully we can give it out. Maybe we can give the elusive double jackpot in that one.
I've been waiting for this opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, Tony and John, bingo professionals in the Hall of Fame of Bingo, they've been able to do it, so hopefully we can as well. We do have some Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition, and that minor jackpot's looking good at $84.45. You can win in 56 balls. It clicks up 4 balls every $50, so it's always a great prize to get after.
Absolutely, and that $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter is pretty similar, but instead of the $50 increments, it's going to be every $100. It's starting out clean slate today at 52 balls or less and $0 on the line, but as you guys get enrolled, the more of you out there playing, the quicker that is going to click up, and as soon as it gets to $100, that very next game, it's going to be clicking up 4 balls for you guys and going up to 56 balls or less.
Yeah, super, super fun stuff. And we had some players having a good time during yesterday's bingo as we gave out 2 jackpots yesterday. And the first one went out to Brule over at St. Patrick's Tavern, taking home $1,261.75.
Nicely done. And then that second jackpot we gave out yesterday went out to Kaladi over at Club New Yorker, who took home $713.75.
Do you think she's just really into Pilates?
Maybe karate Pilates?
Karate Pilates. I like it. We do have a new e-tab that just came to your guys' iPads. It's a super fun e-tab. It's called Break the Bank. Try your luck in the banker bonus. Pick out a lucky safety deposit box and see if you can cash in on some good prizes.
Absolutely. You definitely want to be checking out our e-tabs, and especially because we got a new one getting rolled out to you guys pretty soon, so stay in the know about that as well. But we want to check into to Maplewood, Minnesota to see what the weather's looking like today, and you guys definitely want to know about what's going to be on the docket.
Yeah, it's a stay inside kind of day, as it's going to be a rain likely, potential heavy rainfall, high of 52 degrees, winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. So I'd say it's a perfect day to stay inside, play some pilot games, and maybe even enjoy the rain by a window or something.
Absolutely, and it's going to be cooling off a little bit later today, as you should expect that rain to clear up into the nighttime. It should just be mainly cloudy with a low of 44, and you should be expecting that rain definitely to die off a little bit as the day progresses.
Well, let's get back to bingo, because Twins Bingo, it's going to be coming to you guys right at 12 o'clock, and you want to be there for that $1,437 jackpot, as well as earning some points towards our twiking zone.
Absolutely. And let's see, is there any shakeups? It's not looking like it. It's looking like our entire top 10 has been pretty stagnant right now.
Yeah, some close races, though, that we have in these standings is, I mean, it gets started off right in that 10th and 9th place spot. You got Pooba at Brian's Bar and Grill, only 3,000 points behind Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, who has 110,000 points.
Yeah, and the tight-knit races just continue as our 8th place player, Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn, sits with 124,000, only 2,000 away from him is Lucky Tim over at Lakefront Bar. Not too long ago, they were tied up.
Yeah, we'll see if they continue that race, as they have been just a tight-knit for the last few weeks. But our top 3 did stay the same, as our 3rd place player was Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven, 186,000 points with 200,000 points. Just got into the 200,000 point club. It's 2nd place Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. And in 1st place, we got Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley with 259,000 points.
Absolutely. So definitely we'll have to see who's going to be coming out today at lunchtime to take home some wins. But on the location side, side of things, it's looking the exact same as well, as everyone has stayed pretty stagnant. We still have a crazy tie going on in 5th place between Steve-O's and Crystal with 282,000, as well as Eagles Rochester in Rochester.
Yeah, big. Yeah,
The
that
tie.
big tie. Yeah, big time tie. Sorry, lost where we were. As we still got some other close races that are in here. I mean, there are a few big separations. One of the races that I'd like to highlight is the 9,000 point gap, which in the twiking zone can get made up very, very quickly. VFW Blaine and Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards, 9th and 8th place spot. Only 9,000 points behind Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards. VFW Blaine sits with 211,000 points.
Absolutely. It can be made up in the time we have left in the season 11, but we'll have to see if it can be done. But if anyone breaks out of that 5th place tie, whether it be Steve-O's and Crystal or Eagles Rochester, they're only 5,000 behind Corner Bar and Goodhue, who sits in that 4th place spot, and that could be made up within a day's work of Twins Bingo. So we'll have to see if any of those locations are lucky enough to accumulate those points.
Oh yeah, but top 3 locations is 3rd place American Legion Fridley with 413,000 points. With 493,000 points in 2nd place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven, and in 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park with a whopping 803,000 points. The first location to get into the 800,000 point club, and is creeping towards a record-breaking point total.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see what will happen in this tail end of season 11, and you guys got to make sure that you're coming out each and every day for that Twins Bingo to be a part of it.
Yeah, and you should also check out our e-tabs because our e-tabs are super fun. We already highlighted Break the Bank, but we'll have a specific e-tab spotlight for this one, as we are going to do
Make it rain.
Make it rain. Good on the spot right there. Make it rain.
Absolutely.
Definitely a great game. Go and check it out. There's a great bonus round available for you. But if that's not your style, you got 50 different Charitable e-tab games that you can play. Play anytime and win huge prizes up to $1,500. All games have small bets between 50 cents and $5. There's also some bonus and free play rounds in that as well, so you can always have a good time.
Oh yeah, not to mention those extreme lounges that have been implemented on a couple of those games. You can check those out and play with a more volatile deck to try and win some higher prizes on the line as well. It's a lot of fun. You'll definitely want to check those out.
But back to the live bingo. We got some Jackpot 125-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. 3 different jackpots available in that, as we have a minor prize of $84 that you can win in 56 balls or less, a $50 major prize that you can take home $2,671, and then that mega prize of 25 grand. You'll just have to win it in 44 balls or less.
Absolutely, and it's a great warm-up if you want to stick around and play, because it leads you right into our happy hour show, where we're going to be back live with you again, trying to give out some great prizes. Right at 4 p.m., you jump right into that first game of Lucky 4 Bingo that we have that has over $15,808 on the line. And if you don't take that home in that first opportunity, you'll get a second one right at 6 p.m., sandwiched right in the middle of those 23 games of the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter that also have some great prizes on the line. Like we mentioned, that minor is starting out clean slate at 52 balls or less, but every $100 increment, that's going to be clicking up 4 balls, capping off at 64 balls. But after that $300 amount, it'll continue to grow until it's in your pocket. We also have a major at $4,940 at 49 balls or less, and that mega is still in the background, is officially clicked up in balls, 44 balls or less for that $100,000 jackpot.
Oh yeah, and all those games, you're earning points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings, which for a standings that doesn't get a lot of shakeups, actually had quite a bit of moving, as the number 6 player, Elsa at Titan Sports Saloon, was able to move into 5th place with 64,000 points, passing up Kimmy over at Nisawa Legion, who has 63,000 points, getting bumped back to 6th place. But even bigger, 2 players getting bumped back from 6th into 7th. Formerly in a tie with Elsa, we have 2A Girl at Jimmy G's Bar and Kev over at the Deer Stand, both with 61,000 points.
Yeah, they're still remaining tied up, but that Elsa, who was also tied along with them, jumped out of them, leaving them in the dust. Now in 5th place, closing in behind. Now tied up with the crazy kid over at Tasty Pizza Hanger 45. They both have 64,000 now.
Yeah, good job, Elsa, doing some great work. But our top 3 sit like this. 3rd place, Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley, 83,000 points. 2nd place, Bullock Corner Bar Goodhue, 126,000 points. And with 151,000 points in first place, we got Bobo over at Corner Bar in Goodhue. But let's get into the location side of these standings, as we didn't have a single shakeup in these standings, but we do have some really close races between American Legion Fridley, Shady's Railside, only 3,000 points separating those two great locations. We have a tie in sixth place that we want to highlight between the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 and Hilltop, and Riverboat Depot and Sartell. They both have 104,000 points.
Absolutely, but other than that, the gaps are pretty spacious between each other, and so there really is going to take some big jumps if anyone wants to move up these standings. And our top three have stayed pretty solidified, and we have officially have our third place location, Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids, with sitting with exactly 200,000 points, moving up to that point class. Super exciting. Now is in the race with VFW Spring Lake Park, who sits in second, who's sitting with 236,000. But the reigning champion first, who's been primarily in first the entirety of the season, Corner Bar in Goodhue, just absolutely dominating with a total of 394,000.
Yeah, I don't remember a time when Corner Bar in Goodhue wasn't in first place in this season 11. So, I mean, really, in the past two seasons, because they were the champions of season 10 as well. But you were talking about bingo after happy hour, we get into that skull bingo that runs from 6 all the way till 10 o'clock. It's a super fun time playing that skull bingo because you have a coverall of $13,017 that you can take home in 50 balls or less, a large frame of $2,916 that you take home in 43 balls or less, and a line prize of $112 that you can take home in 10 balls or less.
Absolutely, but you will have an interruption tonight, as you guys will be able to play from 6 to 7 and then from 9 to 10. But from 7 to 9, we're going to be back with you guys in the ice studio for that Twins Wednesday. It's going to be a lot of fun going all the way from 7 to 9 like it does each and every Wednesday. We have a ton of fun tournament style games, a high-low game where the biggest loser gets to take home a first place prize, and we even end off our night with the 25-cent card edition of the Jackpot Jungle coveralls that in 52 balls or less, you could take home a jackpot of $12,586.
Great stuff there. Just last night, we had another great PGL night. It's MegaSota game night. You're only shot to see Tony and Nikki on the big stage, and they give out the best PGL tournament game action. Even one opportunity at that $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter, and the grand finale of $13,781 on that Jackpot Jungle $1 edition that you can take home in 54 balls or less. It's a great time, and it happens 6:40 every single Tuesday.
Absolutely, but if you guys plan on coming out tonight or even next Tuesday, you guys need to sign up at pgl.world. Once you're a member of the Pilot Gambling League, you'll be able to compete for those PGL points, be awarded, as well as have access to insider information like a monthly newsletter, as well as getting all the great information about our annual events like PyCon that's going to be coming up. So definitely do so, and we love showcasing all the brand new players who sign up.
Yeah, and those new players are Regs, Mac MC, Trip G91, Augustus BD, Kinser 1419, Wattwald, Matt Wald. Yeah, oops, got that. Got my W's. We also had Struss 9 and Mist N.
Absolutely. Nice job signing up, you guys. And it'll take a little bit of a push if you want to compete with these top 10 standings, but it is not impossible. You definitely want to come out and try your hand at those PGL games and try your hand at earnings. Try and get into these top 10 standings. And after last night, there were a couple shakeups.
Yeah, all in the back half of our standings, all due to one player shooting up from 9th place all the way to 6th place. Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin now has 1,223,699 points.
Nicely done. We were able to push back Bucks from Bucks was able to jump up from 8th into 7th place, thankfully, and so they were able to compete with that huge race. But Nixon unfortunately got pushed all the way back from 6th to 8th, and then OE50 got pushed back from 7th all the way to 9th.
Oh yeah, but then you get to our top 5 and there were no shakeups, as our top 3 stay the same. 3rd place, Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon, 1,742,000 points. With 2,150,000 points in 2nd place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford. And in 1st place, we got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post with 2,261,000 points. Definitely some great point totals for those players.
Absolutely. Who do you think is going to be the big player of tonight?
Ooh, big player of tonight. Since it is a Twins Wednesday, I'm going to go with our High Horizon Brizo. He is he's kind of in this middle ground area. I don't know if he's going to be a player that passes up anybody, but I think he's going to make it a race with that 4th place player. But I could also see Forget You D being a big time player as well. So it's tough to say.
Absolutely. I think I'm going to be rooting for OE50 as they had their big push last Wednesday night, and that's how they rose up these standings. They were pushed back last night to 9th place, and I don't think that's going to sit too well with them. And so I definitely think we're going to see them outplaying tonight, maybe even trying to get up to 7th place behind Sarah Honey.
Yeah, also big-time player. I mean, I don't need to highlight him because everyone knows he's a big-time player, but Keith over at Billy's Rockford, usually his big days are Wednesdays where he gets a lot of points.
Absolutely, so we're going to have to be looking out for that. But on the location side of things, there was a couple shakeups as well, as our 9th and 8th place locations were able to do a little switcheroo. And so from moving up from 9th into 8th place, we now have Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato, who sits with 4,341,264 points. And now they were pushing back Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa, the location known to be jumping around these standings. They now sit with 4,327,730 points.
Definitely some crazy stuff there, as Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa never stays in the same location, that same spot as they were the previous PGL night. They just always moving around.
Absolutely. But I do want to call out a little attention on the location of Neeson's Gaylord, who was originally trying to hold out for that #1 spot in these standings. Yeah. And not too long ago, they were holding those #1 and 2 spots for weeks on end. And now because of all these big-time locations getting points in a lot of play, they've been pushed all the way back to 6th place now.
Yeah, but a location I'm going to be watching out for in the future of this season is the hottest location of this past month, Poppers in Virginia. They just got into our top 3 last week, now with 5,958,000 points, and I think they'll be in the 6 million point club by the end of tonight, and that just makes it a race, having all of our top 3 in the 6 million point club, and I just feel like Poppers in Virginia could be creeping up on those big-time locations in the 1st and 2nd place spot.
Do you think the location of Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter, who sits with 5,814,000, do you think that they could make it into the 6 million point club after tonight?
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say they don't make it.
Okay.
I'm going to be a heavy critic and be like, Poppers makes it, Blasco's doesn't, but American Legion Fridley has a big night tonight.
All right.
American Legion Cleveland.
American Legion Cleveland. They've been sitting in 5th place right behind Blasco's Embassy Bar. They sit with about 500,000 points behind them, though. So it is going to take a big push if they're going to be moving up in these standings.
But we talked a lot about those top 2 locations in the PGL standings. And the #2 location is Billy's Rockford with 6,832,794 points. And that #1 location, we've seen them dominate in multiple different PGL nights. It's Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake with 6,933,459 points.
Do you think that either of those locations will be moving up in point class?
Ooh, I mean, we've been predicting Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake to get into that 7 million point club for a while now, and it just keeps on not happening. I'm going to say Billy's Rockford gets into the 7 million point club by the end of tonight and takes over 1st place spot.
You think so?
That's my hot take. I'm feeling like Hot Take Higgins in the studio today, so we'll see if it comes true.
All right, we'll have to look. I think you actually might be right. I think Billy's Rockford definitely has it in them to take over that 1st place spot. They are pretty neck and neck right now, and so it's definitely anybody's game. But on the location or on the player side of things, I want to take a step back because John and I have been trying to make the bet whether or not Keith is going to be moving ahead of Bam Bam in these coming weeks. Do you see that happening in the future?
No way. Bam Bam is a top-tier player, and whenever the point total gets close for him, I always see him increase his play. And so I know he cares about that 1st place spot, and I think we'll be seeing him get a 1st place finish in this season.
All right, he's calling it right now, so we're going to have to see what happens in this tail end of Season 11. But if you guys want to stay in the know about all things Pilot Games, whether it has to do with our players, our games, or even you guys, our Facebook page is the place to be. You can keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details. You can send in all those amazing player pictures, as well as be able to use that link tree on there. That is absolutely the most useful thing you can use, especially if you're new to Pilot Games. It has all the direct links to our social medias, our streams you can watch us on, as well as all the locations around Minnesota where you can play Pilot Games.
Oh, yeah. I mean, gives you the first update. I mean, we teased a little new e-tab that might be coming out pretty soon. And if you guys want to know exactly when that e-tab is going to be coming out, the first news is going to be on that Facebook page. So definitely give it a like and follow. But we have our most important section of the broadcast, and that is our player spotlight, because we love highlighting these players. And Crazy Kid over the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 took home a massive jackpot worth getting highlighted, because they took home $35,310 last weekend. And Crazy Kid playing at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, as well as all the other players playing there. We're supporting a great charity, the Italian American Club Foundation. And their mission is to preserve the Italian American heritage and culture, to promote and inspire a positive image and legacy of Italian Americans, and to strengthen and empower ties between United States and Italy.
Absolutely. And so, guys, remember, each of the locations you play at support a different charity around your community. And it leads us right into the Twins Bingo that you guys are going to be playing in 10 minutes. And remember, guys, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See you soon.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America.
Having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of Twins Bingo action. $1,445 on the line. We are super excited to be here. And just 15 seconds to get enrolled. Sorry for coming a little late, but we are streaming live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on all those. So make sure you guys are checking in. Let us know what's happening so that we could shoot you out some luck, and hopefully you could take home some massive jackpots.
Absolutely, but we are officially in this game number 1, and we got some great prizes on the line, and I'll let you know what they are when they show up. $5 on that line prize, $5 on that large M, and $1,470 on that jackpot. And if you're at a special location like Smiley's Tavern, B&L Bar, Moen's Bar, Rodney's Tavern, Oleander Saloon, Big Dog Sports Cafe, Lamplighter Bar, or even the Dam in Orr, you guys are checking us out on some brand new Pilot TVs, and we got players like Loser Dave and Banana Head out there.
Yeah, we'll see who can take home the first line prize. $5 on that line, $5 on that large M, and $1,470 on that coverall. Super exciting stuff, and we got our first winner.
Red at American Legion Fridley is taking home that $5 line prize. Nicely done.
Yeah, speaking of winners, we've had a lot of winners happen over this last week. 28 jackpots over the rolling week and 496 jackpots during the season 11. Actually, 498 jackpots so far in this season 11.
That's right.
A really, really good season.
Absolutely. I was kind of hoping we would make it to that 500 jackpot marker today, but I'll take the 2 jackpots we gave out, as we ended up starting out the day giving one out to Broll over at St. Patrick's Tavern, who got to take home $1,261.
Yeah, and then we got our favorite karate Pilates player. It's Kalati over at Club New Yorker, taking home $713.
Nicely done. That made it 28 for the rolling week. We are super excited, and hopefully after today we can make it over that 500 jackpot amount for season 11.
Yeah, I feel like I've always wanted to do like those little learning a martial arts of some sorts to try and lose weight. And, you know, mix it with Pilates. I don't know
Pilates is a great way to get in shape.
Exactly, and then you're just doing karate moves, like, instead of your basic Pilates.
Yeah.
I feel like you can make that work.
Maybe.
Maybe. I don't know how.
I was going to say, do you know much about Pilates?
Yeah, what is Pilates?
I honestly don't know how to describe it. I've seen people do it with solo weight on their own body. I see people doing it with a machine. I've seen a lot of different variations.
What is the movement that's happening in this?
It's more like isolated movements of like targeting specific muscles, and it like works your whole body and stuff. And so it's like low impact, like I'm not really sure.
I feel like you could do it. Hold a kick out and you gotta keep it held. I feel like you could do it. You do got Loser Dave over at VFW Spring Lake Park taking home that $5 large M. Now we're working on a must-go coverall of $7. That means that jackpot's gonna be growing and rolling into this next game.
Absolutely, and we got player and Glenn Mack already 1 ball away. Now a bunch of players are in line to take it home, and there it is. Loser Dave at VFW Spring Lake Park getting to take home that must-go prize, and the $7 going out to you in that game number 1.
Good job. But we do have a new e-tab that we need to highlight as you guys get enrolled into this game number 2 with Twins Bingo, and that's Break the Bank. Try your luck in the banker bonus and see if you can find the lucky safety deposit box to cash in some really good prizes.
Absolutely, but if you want to stay in the know about when we release new e-tab games, and you should be expecting one in the next coming weeks, you guys will definitely need to give us a follow and a like on Facebook, and that way you can keep up with all of our weekly bingo schedules, event details, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. If you're new to Pilot Games, go to that link tree right on our Facebook page. You'll be able to see direct links to all of our streams, as well as all of the different links to our social medias, as well as the locations around Minnesota where you can play Pilot Games.
Definitely some great stuff there, and we have a great day of bingo in store for you guys, as right now we're in that Twins Bingo. This is going to be running from 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. After that, we get into the Jackpot Hunter 25-cent edition that runs from 1 all the way till 4 o'clock. You got a mega prize of $25 grand that you can take home in 44 balls or less, a major prize of $2,671 that you can take home in 50 balls or less, and a minor prize of $84 that you can take home in 52 balls or less. That gives you a perfect run-up to our happy hour bingo.
Absolutely. You guys definitely want to come out for it. It's the two happiest hours of the day, in my opinion. We're back with you live, and right at 4 p.m., that's when you get that first opportunity at $15,808 in that game of Lucky for Bingo. If it doesn't go out in that first round, you guys will get a second opportunity right at 6 p.m. p.m., but sandwiched right in the middle is the $1 edition of Jackpot Hunter. We're going to be playing those 23 games and giving you a shot at some great prizes. We have that Mega Luminol over with $100,000 on the line, 44 balls or less, that Major at $4,940 at 49 balls or less, and that minor must have went out in that game during MegaSota game night, as it is starting out clean slate, $0, 52 balls or less, but you guys know the drill. Every $100, that's going to be clicking up 4 balls for you guys.
Super, super fun stuff during that happy hour bingo. And we have even more fun stuff heading into the Skull Bingo that normally runs from 6 all the way till 10. Today it will have a little interruption, but the prizes don't change as the coverall's at $13,017. You can take it home in 50 balls or less, a large frame of $2,916 that you take home in 43 balls or less, and a line prize of $112 that you take home in 10 balls or less.
Definitely, but tonight from 7 to 9, sandwiched right in the middle of those Skull Bingo games, you're going to be getting a Twins Wednesday. I always want to say a Wild Wednesday.
Yes.
It just slips right off the tongue.
We had been playing Wild Wednesday for so long.
So long.
But this is actually the original PGL night was
I know,
a Twins Wednesday.
this is just my first honor. We had our first Twins Wednesday. I think we've had 2 under our belt.
Yeah, well, I think today is our second Twins Wednesday of the season.
I was gonna say it's the first. Yeah, last week was the first time I was ever on a Twins Wednesday. It's got to get getting used to now. But you guys can check that out from 7 to 9 as we're gonna be coming back to you guys live and trying to give out as many jackpots, PGL points as possible. We even have a high-low game in there where the biggest loser is gonna take home a first place prize.
Yeah, and we also just last night had a different PGL night, MegaSota game night. It starts at 6:40 every single Tuesday. A bunch of PGL tournament game action, even a shot at that Jackpot Jungle $1 edition game. And we end the night off with a Jackpot Jungle $1 edition coverall of $13,781 that you take home in 54 balls or less.
Absolutely, but we got players 2 balls away. We have $7 on this line prize, $7 on this large M, and we have officially met over to $1,507 in this round number 2.
Oh, yeah, but as you guys play Pilot games, you guys are always helping out your community. But here's another way for you to be able to help out the world, as this National Day is a huge one, International Plastic Free Day.
But before we go over that, we got player over at Poppers who's taking home that line prize of $7.
Yeah, now we're working on that $7 large M. But International Plastic Free Day is called to action and brings attention to plastic we use every day. On May 25th, commit to using no single-use plastic for one day.
Absolutely. I think this is a great day. We can all remember it. It may be convenient, but we do need to realize that it does have an impact on our environment. And I've also been realizing how harmful it can be when you're using those plastics, like the deterioration in the microplastics that could potentially be getting into your water, food, whatever it may be.
Refilling your smart water bottle or whatever it is to fill it up over a course of multiple days is not healthy for you, because those microplastics deteriorate a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really well versed or educated on that, and I'm just now getting exposed to all of the effects that could potentially happen.
So it's always good to try and avoid the plastics. Try and use more your dishes. Use a regular water bottle instead of your plastic water bottle.
Absolutely.
So that we can celebrate this International Day, Plastic Free Day.
Absolutely. It's a great day, and hopefully all of you guys can participate as well.
Yeah, what would be the hardest plastic item to give up for you?
Ziploc bags.
Ziploc bags. That's a tough one. Yeah.
Ziploc bags.
I completely agree. That's by far the toughest. We do have T-Bone over at Poppers in Virginia taking home that $7 large M. Poppers is having a big game during this game number 2 of Twins Bingo.
Absolutely, but we moved past that jackpot, $10 on that must-go prize now, and we already got players 1 ball away, and there it is. Puba over at La Cartia is taking home that must-go prize, $10 going in your pocket. And I gotta say, Puba, you've almost ruined us trying to talk about what is it called?
Lion King.
Lion King. Now, whenever we try and talk about the Lion King, instead of saying Pumbaa, we say Puba.
Yeah, I did it just last night.
Last night.
I was like, oh yeah, Pumbaa. That's what it's
name.
called. And I was so off, and it's Pumbaa. But good job, Pumbaa, for I guess being a bigger deal to me than the animated character.
Absolutely. But we do have our next National Day to get into, and this is an important one as well, as it is World Thyroid Day. Each year on May 25th, World Thyroid Day highlights the important gland in this important gland in the body that causes a widespread disease across the globe. This day also educates the public on the role of the thyroid in their overall health. This is definitely a big one. I know so many men and women who have issues with weight in their gut and everything like that, and they don't realize that it's directly correlated to their thyroid.
Yeah, let's look up some thyroid health facts. 7 facts about the thyroid as
more women than men are typically those exposed to having thyroid issues.
Okay.
I actually knew that one as I've been around a lot more women who have experienced it.
Yeah, most thyroid disorders can't be prevented, and so the highlight of this is that it can't be stopped. It's one of those things that just happens, and there's not a lot of preventive measures that you can do.
Yeah, and it's something that you definitely need to be in the know about, especially if you live in a high stress situation, because having high stress levels can definitely worsen your condition and then worsen your thyroid in general.
Yeah, you also want to address it during any kind of pregnancy, but thyroid disorders should be managed, and so being able to control that can help control the effect it has on your life.
Absolutely. Earlier detection, the better.
Super good stuff. So happy World Thyroid Day. Hopefully we can put a little highlight on anybody who is dealing with a thyroid disease and just the health, the benefits of your thyroid gland.
Absolutely.
We do have this next national day as it's Greek Pride Day. Get your Greek on.
Geek.
Oh, geek.
It's Geek Pride Day, my guys.
See, I was hoping because I'm Greek, so I was like yes,
just ready.
Greek Pride Day. But
it's okay. You can celebrate this one too.
Yeah, it's Geek Pride Day. I am a bit of a geek. Get your geek on. Let your geek flag fly on May 25th. Geek Pride Day celebrates all things geeky. It is for those people who appreciate sci-fi, fantasy, board game, video games, comic books, cosplay, anime, steampunk, and zombies, and so much more.
I guess we got to get the gang together to play some Dungeons & Dragons today.
Yeah, I feel like
Ben, are you free tonight? We can FaceTime you. You can make your own character. It'll be a whole thing.
I feel like that would just work out great. He may be packing up because he's coming over.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, he's coming up.
Ben, do you come tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow he's flying into Michigan. Excited to see him get into Michigan.
But he said yes in all caps.
He said yes. He'll do the Dungeons & Dragons. So that's super fun. Geek Pride Day. It's always fun to get your geek on.
Absolutely. I feel like we all have a little geek inside of us.
Yeah, we definitely do. And I feel like I almost think it's almost normal to be a little bit of a geek, to enjoy those things like video games.
Absolutely.
Sci-fi
and fantasy movies. I mean, who doesn't love those?
Yeah, I mean, and how amazing has CGI gone in being able to portray those sci-fi movies?
I know.
It's really, really cool.
And it's really funny because sometimes I'll watch the older ones and some of the CGI will be better than the newer ones who have come out.
Oh, yeah.
Which is super strange. Like, if you watch, like, the Pirates of the Caribbean series, I'm not saying it's sci-fi or fantasy, but the earlier CGI is better than... Yeah, okay, that's true. It's fantasy, but the earlier CGI is better than the later movies.
Really?
Have you not noticed that?
It's probably just because they had more of a budget to be able to put it in. And as Pirates of the Caribbean's popularity slowed down, because that last one came out in, like, 2017, I think pretty much everyone envisioned the Pirates Caribbean series as those first 3 movies, and then that 4th one came out. Is there a 4th or 5th one?
5.
There's 5 that came out, and I think post the first 3, it started slowly losing steam, and then by the 5th one, they just didn't have the budget to put up that like crazy CGI that they did in like maybe the first 3.
Absolutely. I'm telling Ben to get his character ready for tonight.
Yes. Super fun stuff. Did we talk about the line prize going out?
Not yet.
John T. over at Trapper's Pub in Grub taking home $9 on that line prize. Now we're working on a $9 large M.
Absolutely. Nicely done.
When do you feel your geekiest?
Oh, I don't know. Probably when I'm like choosing to play my Lego Harry Potter's PlayStation
just
game
like
by
all
myself, and I'm like, that
no
sounds more fun than watching TV, and so
Yes.
I'll go and play my Lego Harry Potter game.
That's
I got a
super
great deal. It was like $10 for all 8 years, and so I was like, all right, let's do this, and now I'm into it.
That's super fun. I'm trying to think.
I know it's for like 5 and 6 year olds, but I'm on that game level.
Oh, for sure. I mean, the Lego Star Wars, the Lego just video games in general.
Yes.
I always think of the Lego Star Wars, but the Lego games in general are just a blast to play. We do have a winner on that $9 large M, as it's
Velsiki.
okay, over at Boxcar Bar, taking home $9. Now we're on a $14 Musco as we've clicked over on that coverall, and that means that jackpot will grow and roll into game number 4.
Absolutely, but we got Javon one ball away. Is it going out to them? No, it's going out to Yo-Yo, sliding in, swiping. Oh, Javon's getting to split it up with them. Now Yo-Yo and Javon are both getting to split up that $14 Musco prize. Nicely done. That was game number 3.
Yeah, good job to all those players. Now getting rolled into game number 4. Super, super exciting stuff. And
When do you feel your geekiest? I had to answer.
Probably when, actually, this is funny, when I'm talking a bunch about the Percy Jackson series.
Really?
That is when I feel my geekiest, because I absolutely love the Percy Jackson series, and just talking about all the little different details of the books and everything like that. I'm like, this is something that I read back when I was like in 3rd grade, and now I'm still like obsessed with it anyways, and so that's probably when I feel my geekiest.
That's understandable. I get that, but I gotta admit, I am pretty excited for the new series they're making.
Yeah, I do. I like what they're doing. I like who they casted as Percy. I think he did a really good job in that Ryan Reynolds movie
the
that
Adam
he was
Project.
in. Yes, I thought he did a really good job, and I'm excited to see how they portray it, especially with Rick Riordan, the writer of the Percy Jackson
being a part
series,
of it.
being a big part in leading that storyline. So I'm very much excited, and I think it'll be better portrayed in a show form instead of movies.
They actually get to take their time with it. And so we'll definitely see that. But there it is. We got a little boogie music behind us now.
Yeah, a little bachelorette party. But we got another national day to get into.
Absolutely. It is Towel Day. Observed annually by fans of Douglas Adams, Towel Day commemorates the work of the author most known for his series, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I've seen a clip of the movie, and I see the movie on streaming platforms all the time. I have never personally read or watched either, though.
But I know they have a big popularity.
Yes, they have a huge following.
And I guess somehow it's celebrating him on Towel Day. It's interesting. Yeah, what's
Okay.
When did that book come out? That's a real question.
Let's take a peek. I'm having a little glitch on my computer. 1979.
Wow, really, really cool, and still maintains the popularity that it does.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know much about the film. I've heard a lot about the book. Don't know much about the film. Huh. Came out in 2005. Really cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, happy Towel Day. The first thing I thought of on Towel Day was Towley from South Park.
That went right over my head.
Yeah. Well, he's a devious towel that gets into lots of mischief.
Really?
Yeah. He's a living towel. He hangs around.
Interesting.
Yeah, makes poor decisions a lot of the time.
I don't get how the South Park world works.
I don't really either, because I've only watched like bits and pieces of all the episodes, and so it's always all over the place. But apparently it has an overarching plot of the entire series, and I didn't even realize that. And so apparently
I thought there was no rhyme or reason to what they threw out there, just absurdity.
Yeah, apparently there's a broad plot line that's happening. We do have a $12 line prize, $12 large M, and a coverall of $1,623. As I get into this next national day, National Wine Day. On May 25th each year, wine lovers everywhere pour a glass of their favorite wine to celebrate National Wine Day. Whether it's red or white, the sound of glasses clinking will be heard around the world today.
Absolutely. I know at least one person who will be celebrating today.
Your mother?
Yes.
Yes, she loves her some wine. I'll probably have to tell my mom that it's National Wine Day, because she would enjoy herself a glass as well. We do have a line prize going out to Yo-Yo and Puts and Rockers. Jen?
All
Bunch
right.
of players splitting up that line prize, making Ben work hard, type furiously out those winners. Now we're working on a $12 large M, but we're talking about National Wine Day. I could celebrate with a glass of wine today.
Definitely.
I feel like that's the one drink that I can drink with a meal. Like
I was gonna say,
one
I
alcoholic
might-
beverage that I can drink with a meal.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. I was just thinking, I was like, maybe I'll get a glass of wine with her tonight at dinner.
Ah, that would be
Depending
really
on where we
fun.
go, obviously.
Yeah, that's super, super cool stuff.
Do you have a favorite kind of wine?
Do I have a favorite kind of wine?
If you don't know names, you could describe like the flavor that you
Yeah,
prefer
I
in
think
wine.
I just prefer red wine. I don't know what kind of red wine I
Yeah.
would prefer, but
Do you like more of a sweet blend, or do you like it when it's more dry and less sweet?
probably a sweeter blend, but I like
Just
either
like a
or.
classic red blend?
Yeah, classic red wine is really, really nice.
All right, I'd have to agree. I think my favorite would have to be white wine.
Really?
I am a big Riesling gal.
Yeah, isn't that a bit sweeter?
Yes, it's like the grown-up version of Moscato.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
That's exactly what Riesling is. You can get a dry Riesling and stuff like that, but I prefer a little bit more sweet.
You like the sweet wine. Definitely some good stuff on this National Wine Day. Hopefully you guys can celebrate wherever you're at with a nice glass of wine. But we have a large M going out there.
That's right. Rockers over at Mapleview Lounge 2 is taking home that $12 large M. We've moved past that jackpot, $18 on that must-go prize now. That means that jackpot is going to be rolling and growing over to game number 5.
Oh, yeah, but we have some more national days to get into. But before that, let's talk about this winner in that coverall. See, dang it, I'm so off. Oh, there it is.
We got Vel, Z, Key over, and Jen. Anyone else? Nope, just those two players getting to split up $18 on that must-go prize. And I don't think I'm pronouncing that name right, but I think it's a fun way to say it, and so I'm going with it.
Yeah, I like it, Felziki. Now we are getting enrolled into a game number 5 of Twins Bingo, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled and press and play.
Absolutely, and our next national day is National Brown Baguette Day. National Brown Baguette Day on May 25th each year recognizes the benefits of packing your lunch for food or for work or school.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff on that day. And were you a pack your lunch for school or
Every
school
single
lunches?
day. No, I packed my lunch every single day.
Always did.
And I am notorious for overpacking food.
Oh, you'd always have extra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like even when my mom would pack my lunch when I was like super young, I would get like the entire Ziploc bag filled with goldfish. I was like, Mom, this is half the bag. I'm 12 years old. I'm not going to be able to finish this even within like 3 days of school.
That's so fun.
And so I'd always have snacks in my locker or around, and I'd just keep the leftovers, and eventually I'd have like a stowaway of all the leftover food from the previous week or something, and it'd be a lot of fun. But now I'm definitely a little bit better at it, but now I usually pack lunch for both of us, and I always overpack then too.
Yeah, we always overpack. Hey, it's good. I like I was a kind of a mixture where there was portions of my life where I only did home brown bag, and then there was a lot of times, probably the majority of it, I just got school lunches.
Really? Okay.
But I definitely enjoyed when I got those meals.
At registration and stuff, my mom would only ever put like $20 on my account.
Okay.
And so if I had cash or something, I'd be able to go get something, but it would be like a coffee in the morning when in high school, or like those cookies that our cafeterias used to have. Those were so good. Or just like a little snack after school before practice, that sort of thing. That's when I would buy stuff from the cafeteria. I will admit, if it was nacho day in my high school cafeteria, you bet your bottom dollar I was in that line before it wrapped around the entire cafeteria. They used they used Doritos for the chips.
Really?
And it was a bar. It was just like a taco bar that you could get anything you wanted and load up this like huge plate of nachos.
That sounds
so
delicious.
Good.
That sounds really, really
it was
good.
So good.
Is it one of those days where nobody brown bagged it that day?
Literally no one.
And
because Stir Fry Day and Nacho Day were the same day, and so people would just go crazy.
Oh, that sounds really, really tasty. But it is brown bag day, so there's a lot of benefits to brown bagging it.
Absolutely.
And you can, it's really, really easy to do also. That just little lunch sandwich and a couple little snacks in there, and you can have yourself a really, really nice lunch.
Absolutely. It's made me excited for when I have like kids of my own because I want to be able to like cut the fruit up fun or like write a little note, but I'm just like packing it for myself. So I'm just like, all right, strawberries in a bag.
Strawberries.
Like I don't get to do anything fun, but because now I have like an actual lunch box and stuff like that like I take care of, I'm like, I'm excited for this kind of thing.
Yeah, it is super, super fun. So happy National Brown Bag It Day. Next up, it's National Tap Dance Day.
Oh, yeah.
On May 25th, during National Tap Dance Day, we pay tribute to one of America's original dancing art forms.
I love tap dancing.
I think it's so cool, and I don't
It's
understand
so
it
cool.
one bit.
This was one of my favorite styles of dance to do.
So you can tap dance?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I still could if I put on tap shoes.
Really?
It's not that hard.
I feel like it's a lot harder than you're making it out to be. I could not make it tap and sound good.
I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. It's not rocket science.
It's rocket science to me.
But it would be really cool because the male dancers at my studios usually specialized in tap dancing. Before I go any further, we do have a winner.
KRC over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove, taking home $11 on that line prize. Now we're working on $11 on that large M.
Absolutely. But the male tap dancers who were a little bit older than me at my studio growing up, they would make these tap solos that they would go out with drum. Like there was one that was a drummer.
Yes.
And so he would go out with a bucket and drumsticks with his tap shoes. And he would do an entire like percussion set while he was like out there dancing. And it was so cool.
Yeah, see, that's really,
one
really
of the coolest things I've ever seen.
People are so impressive with the tap dancing.
I just watched a video of two dancers just make up a combination of tap dancing on the spot, and it went perfectly to the music they were listening to. It was just spot on. It's just such a good little combo. I was obsessed with it, and it's really funny because it was just 20 minutes before we got on air.
Yeah, and the most tap dancing I've ever watched is Happy Feet.
Really?
Yeah, that's probably
so funny.
That's probably the most I've ever watched. I love Happy Feet. That was one of my favorite movies as a kid, and their little tap dancing was great.
Absolutely, but we do have Scrub Eye at VFW Bling getting to take home $11 on that large M. We got a nice run up at this jackpot right now.
Yeah, with Scrub Eye 3 balls away, this is very, very doable. We'll see if it can happen. Glenn Mack out there 3 balls away. Now Red joining up. We'll see. It's still in line to be able to get hit. Can anyone Scrub Eye 2 balls away within line to hit this? Has to happen right here if we want to win it, and it doesn't look like it's happening. We're moving on to a $17 must-go coverall prize, but Penny and Scrub Eye so close to taking that one home.
That got my hopes up. I thought it was really doable.
Yeah, I thought so as well. We do have another national day to get into, as this one's a little bit more serious. Before we do so, get into this national day, we do have a winner on that coverall.
Nicely done. Jen over taking home that must-go prize. $17 going out to you, Jen. Nicely done. Is that Triple R Bar and Grill?
Yes.
Nicely done. I couldn't necessarily read that font.
Yeah, a little bit smaller font there, but good job, Jen, getting the win. And, you do this for about 2.5 years, you start to figure out when those winners are about to win. I can make general predictions that it's around 61 balls. I should say the winner's going to happen right there. But good job, Jen, getting the win. Super, super exciting stuff. KRC, Scrub Eye, all 3 of them taking home some really good must-go prize. Now we're getting enrolled into a game number 6 of Twins Bingo. Get enrolled, press play so we can give out that great jackpot.
Absolutely, but you were about to get into this more serious national day that is definitely a day to shed some light on.
Yeah, National Missing Children's Day. National Missing Children's Day on May 25th each year shines a spotlight on child safety, and the day also honors the dedicated professionals who work tirelessly to protect children around the country.
Yeah, this is definitely a big thing. Children go missing each and every day, so it's definitely a very important topic, especially with trying to keep our children protected in this country.
Oh yeah, and there's a lot of safety precautions, especially with technology nowadays. You can really do a lot to know where your child's out and about. I know my parents, out of not even a I want to check every single place you're at kind of thing. We always shared our locations with my parents on Find Friends on our phone, just so that if I was ever in trouble or anything like that, they would always know exactly where I was so that they could find me. And so
I'll never forget. I do the same, and I always have. And I remember even with some of my friends, I keep my location shared with them just in case anything, they can always know where I'm at. And I remember a few years back, I was visiting a friend that lives in like very rural, underdeveloped city that just kind of looks like fields, farms, and small homes. And I was out there, and it looked like my location was in the middle of this random field. And I got a text at like 10 o'clock at night from my friend being like, hey, where are you right now? You look like you're in danger. Like, is everything okay? And I was just like sitting in my friend's living room eating ice cream with her and her mom. And I'm like, yeah, like, what do you mean? And he was like, you're like 30 minutes outside of any main city. Like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm just with a friend. And he goes, okay, I just needed to know. And I was like, oh, wow. It was really funny.
No, so there's a lot of safety precautions that can help prevent this tragedy from happening. And so today is a day to highlight and maybe help support the fight against losing children, missing children, and all that kind of thing. And so hopefully on today we can shine some light on this National Missing Children's Day.
Absolutely. But you guys have just about 20 seconds to get enrolled in game number 6. We still have that jackpot of $1,677 on the line for you guys going into this next round. So hopefully we can give that out as well.
Oh, yeah, but we're in a little bit of Twins bingo, so might as well talk about our Twins because they've been playing great lately. They're 27-16.
They won again last night?
Yes, they did, and you wanna talk about it?
Absolutely. Sonny Gray was fully aware of the solid start that Minnesota Twins needed from him, with injuries piling up on their pitching staff. He delivered a gem showing just why the Twins were willing to part with their most recent first-round pick to get him. Gray struck out on a season-high 10 over 7 sharp innings, carrying the Twins past the Detroit Tigers 2-0 on Tuesday night for their 6th straight victory.
Yeah, they've been playing phenomenal baseball lately. Was a little bit of a defensive game, that one. We didn't have our offense quite firing like we normally do, but the fact that we had Sonny Gray stepping up, playing some really, really good pitching really, really well for us.
Absolutely.
Definitely gave us the edge ahead of them, and we were able to get the win. And we actually have a game already happening right now as the Twins started their game versus the Tigers at 12:10 today.
All right, just 20 minutes ago, but we do have some winners as Jackpot over at Willard's Bar and Yaba Brew over at Bedrock are both splitting up $8 on that line prize. I like that name, Yaba Brew.
Yeah, that is a very, very fun name.
Sounds like Yaba. What's that?
Oh, and it looks like that game has been delayed.
Oh, is it weather?
Yeah, it must be a weather delay. Let's see if we can find any information on that.
Yeah, I know we're supposed to be experiencing a lot of showers today and some storms even, so.
Yeah, first pitch is now scheduled for 1 p.m.
Oh, okay. Right as we're getting off air with you guys and you're jumping into the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter, that's when they are going to be taken over.
Yeah, super exciting stuff. Hopefully our Twins can get the win to get their 7th straight victory. But send some luck over to our Minnesota Twins by playing the great E-Tab game, Twins Win. Pick a lucky batter, the Home Run Derby bonus round, and see if you can win some Grand Slam prizes.
Absolutely. And you guys are earning some points while you're out there playing. But before I get into that, we have a winner.
Yeah, earning some points towards the Twiking Zone. We got Rockers over at Mapleview Lounge 2 taking home $8, giving us a bit of a run-up at this $1,700 jackpot.
Absolutely.
See, if I want to pay attention to this because Steve was in line. We'll see if it can happen right here. It doesn't look like it. $13 must go on that coverall. But yes, the Twiking Zone.
Absolutely. I'm going to jump right into this top 10 with these players. And in 10th place, we sit with Pooba at Brian's Bar and Grill with $107,000. With $110,000. In 9th place, we got Elsa over at Titan Sports Saloon. 8th place is Yo-Yo over at Valley Inn with $124,000. But right ahead of him with $126,000. In 7th place, we got Lucky Tim at Lakefront Bar. 6th place is Bobo at Corner Bar and Goodhue with $136,000. But before I go over the top 5, we have a winner.
Yes, Scrub Eye, the biggest player in these standings over at VFW. Blaine getting the win, and Steve over at our place on 3rd, splitting up $13 on that must-go coverall.
Nicely done. That was game number 6. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 7. But I still have these top 5 players to go over for you guys. And in 5th place, we sit with GTZ over at the Midi with $160,000. With $168,000. In 4th place, we have Mikey wins at Steve-O's. Third place is Sinbob at Corky's Bar South Haven with 186,000. But with exactly 200,000 points in second place, we have Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven. And in first place, we see him out there right now, Scrub Eye at American Legion Fridley, taking home or sitting with 259,000.
Definitely exciting stuff, and even more exciting stuff. I got breaking news over the Pilot TV network. We have some brand new Pilot TVs getting installed, and there's some fun locations. We got the Rustic Trail, Municipal Liquor Store, Palisade, Eagles New Brighton, Beerstube Red Wing, and Beerstube Inver Grove, all getting new Pilot TVs. Good job to all those new locations. Here, I'm going to load you up with some luck to chuck out to those brand new Pilot TV locations.
I feel like I look so silly when I chuck the luck.
Yeah, I mean, you get it there. I mean, I've
seen
the pinpoint accuracy.
All right, ready? Go for it.
There you go. There's a bunch of luck heading you guys. Yeah, it may not come in the fastest, but it's an easier catch. You know, you like to let I go overhand and I throw it with a little too much power. Some of the luck gets on the ground, some wasted luck.
Messy.
You make sure you're efficient with it. High completion percentage.
Absolutely.
Really good stuff. But let's get into the location side of this Twiking Zones. As you've already talked about the players. In 10th place, we got Main Street Pub in Kimbo with 166,000 points. With 211,000 points in 9th place, we got VFW Blaine. But you guys just have about 1 minute to get enrolled in this game before I get through the rest of these players. We do have some great prizes, $1,719 available on that jackpot. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled. Just win it in 52 balls or less. But to get back to the locations, 8th place, we got Carboni's Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 220,000 points. With 270,000 points in 7th place, we got our place on 3rd and Faribault. 5th place is Steve-O's in Crystal with 282,000 points. Tied up with Eagles Rochester. They're both in 5th place. 4th place is Corner Bar in Goodhue with 287,000 points. With 413,000 points in 3rd place, we got American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Corky's Bar South Haven with 493,000 points. In 1st place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park getting into the 800,000 point club with 803,000 points. Absolutely killing it in this season. Super, super exciting stuff. And let's check out as the Corner Bar in Goodhue won last season in that Twiking Zone with 833,000 points. So only about 30,000 more points for them to get into be record setters.
Absolutely. So we'll have to see what happens in this tail end of season 11, and so we'll definitely be looking out for that. But right now we're listening to a little bit of Bachelorette Party as you guys are getting enrolled in this game of number 7, and you guys will definitely love Bachelorette Party. It's a tried and true ETAB game that we all know and love, but if it doesn't sound up to your speed, we have over 50 different charitable ETAB games that you guys can choose to play at any time. All those games having 85% payout, huge prizes up to $1,500, and small bets between 50 cents and $5. Awesome bonus rounds and free play that you guys will definitely want to check out.
Yeah, really, really fun stuff. And we got some fun music history to get into. And one of these is kind of going with our Geek Day, as the first one in 1977, George Lucas's space opera Star Wars debuts in theaters, accompanied by an instant iconic score from John Williams.
Star Wars is considered a space opera? Or is this different? But before we go over that, we got Penny taking home that line prize. $8 going out to you over at the Northern Divide Bar. We got $8 on that large M and $1,760 on that jackpot.
Yeah, so many classic space opera series, such as Flash Gordon, Buck Rogers, and among the impressive that inspired George Lucas into making the Star Wars movie. So it's like a soap opera, but a space opera.
Oh.
I don't know. That's my guess.
Like a space drama, almost.
Yes,
okay.
That's what I think it's going as. But talking more about the musical side of it, those original Star Wars movies, that's one of the A+ on them on the music side. From the intro to like the Sith-like intro where it's like bom 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 bom. It's all really, really great. And so the fact that it debuted today in theaters is definitely a cool day in music history.
Absolutely, but we got LKM over at Lucky's Tavern, taking home $8 on that large M. We still have a very nice run up at this jackpot, though. We got players like Glenn Mack in line to do so, just 3 balls away. Now 2 balls away, it's definitely doable, and I hope we can give it out on this game. Is it going to happen? 1 ball away. Oh, wow.
See, can it? Right here. Last
come
shot.
on. Oh.
No, we're moving on to a $12
Wow.
must go. Glenn Mack, so close.
There it is. Glenn Mack over at McPete's Sports Bar and Grill is taking home that must-go prize, $12 getting in your pocket. Nicely done. That was game number 7. That just means that jackpot is going to be rolling and growing over to game number 8.
Yeah, and John Williams, he is the composer, conductor, and pianist that composed nearly all of the music you heard in the Star Wars films.
That is insane.
Yeah, so really, really cool stuff in this day in history. But we got another thing to talk about in music history.
Yeah, and on this date in 1990, ZZ Top appeared in Back to the Future Part 3, playing an Old West-themed rendition of their #1 rock hit, Double Back, when Marty McFly travels to 1885 to rescue Doc Brown. The regular version plays over the closing credits. Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers also reprises his role as Marty's nemesis, Needles. Really?
That's funny.
I don't think I knew that. I don't actually know if I've seen the third one.
Yeah, I gotta see. I didn't even realize that Flea from the Red
Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah, he's insane.
That he was the villain in the Back to the Future
Wow,
series.
I didn't realize he was in any movies, to be honest.
Yeah, he's in a bunch. The Outsiders,
Baby Driver,
the
Wild
Thornberries,
Inside Out. Wow.
Yeah, very. I guess a big time actor that I didn't even realize was that.
Yeah, no, Flea's like crazy though.
That's interesting. I gotta look at him young just to.
Flea is the one that I talked about at Woodstock '99, who went on stage without clothing.
Oh,
with nothing but his blue hair dyed. And yeah.
That's crazy.
And he just went out and played with them.
Okay, but I recognize him now from the series.
I don't think
but that's super funny. Really cool day in the history. ZZ Top and Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers in Back to the Future Part 3.
Very cool. Definitely check out that movie today if you want to see them.
Yeah, but something else happening today is our PGL night, a little bit of Twins Wednesday. And before tonight, you guys got to get signed up at PGL.world if you haven't done so. Those players compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has a bunch of great information in it. You also get highlighted in our new member spotlight, which will send you out a little bit of luck.
Absolutely, and when you guys sign up, we want to read them out, and we got players like Regs, Mac MC, Trip G91, Augustus BD, Kinster 1419, Matt Wald, Strusa 9, as well as Mist N.
Yeah, good job to all those players getting enrolled, and now we are getting enrolled into a little game number 7.
8.
Game number 8 already of this broadcast. We're flying by, so only 3 more shots at this jackpot. Make sure you guys don't miss out in the next 30 seconds. But we do have a little bit of PGL standings actions to get into as our player standings sit like this. In 10th place, we got Reyes 22 over at the Old Town Tavern with 1,140,000 points. With 1,174,000 points in 9th place, getting bumped back from 7th, we got OE50 over at Stanchion Bar, your predicted big riser of today. In 8th place, getting bumped back from 6th, we got Nixon over at VFW Roseville with 1,209,000 points. With 1,219,000 points in 7th place, moving up from 8th, we got Bucks over at Rustic Saloon. Moving all the way from 9th into 6th, though, we got Sarah Honey over at Eagles Austin with 1,225,000 points. With 1,362,000 points in 5th place, we got Bryzo over at the Underground Bar and Grill. 4th place is Forget You D over at Eagles Austin with 1,550,000 points. With 1,742,000 points in 3rd place, we got Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. 2nd place is Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 2,150,000 points. With 2,261,000 points in 1st place, we got Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post. Stewartville Legion Post has been dominating these standings since pretty much the get-go of this season 11.
Absolutely, but we got player over at Poppers taking home $9 on that line prize. We got $9 on that large M and $1,809 on that jackpot. We got player 6 balls away, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings because in 10th place, we start off with Neighbors Pub Dover in Dover sitting with 4,210,000. With 4,327,000 in 9th place, we have Leo Sports Bar in Mazeppa. 8th place is Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato with $4,341,000. But with $4,723,000 in 7th place, we have BFW Northville. 6th place is Neeson's Gaylord sitting with $5,084,000. But with $5,314,000 in 5th place, we have American Legion Cleveland. But Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter sits in 4th place with $5,814,000. But in 3rd place, we have Poppers in Virginia with $5,958,000. I expect them to be getting in that next point club after tonight. But our top 2 have stayed solidified, as in 2nd place, we have Billy's Rockford in Rockford sitting with $6,832,000. And then with $6,933,000 in 1st place, we have Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake.
Yeah, good job to all those locations. So good that Jordy's getting choked up all about it. Really, really good stuff happening there. And we even made the hot take that we said Billy's Rockford gets into the 7 million point club and passes up Third Rail Bar and Grill tonight. We'll see if our prediction comes true or if Third Rail Bar and Grill says, hey, don't forget about us. We're big time over here. But we do have a little bit of NHL playoff action to get into.
Before we do that, we got KRC over at Chanticleer Pizza Maple Grove taking home our large M prize, $9 going out to you. We've moved past that jackpot. We now have $14 on that Musco prize.
Yeah, as on Monday, the Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Panthers, sealing up that series 4-0, advancing to the finals. And now we have a game against today at 7 o'clock. The St. Louis Blues are going to be at the Colorado Avalanche and have to get a win to survive, as they are down 3-1.
Absolutely, but we got some Musco prize winners, as we got Steve at our place on 3rd, Glenn Mack at McPete's, Red at American Legion Fridley, and Steve at our place on 3rd, all splitting up $14 on that Musco prize in this game number 8.
Yeah, now we're going to be getting rolled into a game number 9. Super excited for it. Only 2 more shots at this jackpot. But if you guys want to send some luck over to our Minnesota Wild heading into this offseason, play a little bit of Let's Go Wild. It's one of our favorite E-Tab games.
Oh, yeah.
And you guys can win some good prizes in that slap shot bonus round.
I guarantee you'll love it, and it's a great way to show some support for our Wild in their off-season, so you guys definitely want to check that out. But we are going to be checking out the fishing report that was done by the Outdoors Weekly about the Lake of the Woods tourism. This was updated on just the 24th, so yesterday. And on the Rainy River, the river has a lot of current with the dam wide open and high water levels. Typical spots in the main channel are still rough to fish due to that high current, though, and finding those current breaks adjacent to the shorelines or the mouth of the bays has been productive for those fishing the river. Once you find fish, they are normally good in numbers, so you should be expecting some good schools of them. Sturgeon fishing is closed until July 1st, and then July 1st through September 30th will be that sturgeon season, with 1 fish per calendar day. 45 inches to 50 inches or over 75 inches are keepable.
Exciting stuff over at the Lake of the Woods tourism on that Rainy River. Hopefully you guys are having a good time since the fishing opener. It's been open for a few weeks now, and we're hoping that we're going to see some big fish get caught during this summer season. But just like when you guys catch that big fish and you post it all over Facebook, we want to post you guys all over Facebook when you take home a massive jackpot. Just like the players over here, they sent in those great player picks. We even like to show you off a different way by showing you a nice big screen like that great player taking home $7,000 in that game. Really, really fun stuff. So make sure you guys are sending those player picks. Like if you take home this $1,000 jackpot, send in a player pick so that we can show you off. You guys can, but it doesn't just have to be jackpots. It can be playing with your favorite bartender, your friends, just you having a good time playing Pilot Games is worth sending a photo to us, and we just love showing that kind of stuff off.
Absolutely.
You can share those on Facebook or by emailing them to jackpots@pilotgames.com or by posting them onto any of your social medias with the hashtag Pilot Games.
Absolutely. We'd love to scoop them up and get you guys in the rolling screen or even just highlight you during our broadcast. We love seeing all those awesome player pictures. You can also send us a picture in you holding up your favorite E-Tab game as well. We would love to see that, so definitely do that, especially what was I going to say? I just lost my entire train of thought.
Yeah, whatever your favorite E-Tab is. Send in whatever it is, because we love seeing you guys not only with those live bingo wins, but also with those E-Tab wins or just playing a good E-Tab game. so we could see what you guys like best.
Absolutely. But we do have some Viking news to talk about as you guys are getting enrolled in this game number 9. Let's see what we got on the line here. We got some large M and a line prize of $9 on both, and then $1,854 on that jackpot.
Yeah, but let's get into a little bit of Vikings news as we've had OTAs, and there's 4 things that we've learned from Vikings' second open OTA in 2022. The first one being Chris Reed might be the early favorite to start at right guard. I know there's a lot of people thinking all sorts of different people, whether it's the rookie that we drafted in this 3rd round out of LSU, it's going to be the Ohio State product that we drafted last year that will start at that right guard. But right now it's looking like Chris Reed's job to lose as he may be the early favorite.
But before we go further, we got Red at American Legion Fridley taking home $9 on that Lion prize. Nicely done.
Yeah, the number 2, Irv Smith Jr. keeps progressing. He was injured. He's injured last year.
Yeah.
He's not running full speed routes yet or anything like that. But the fact that he's getting back and he was poised for a breakout season last year, I'm hoping that breakout season can happen this year.
Absolutely. So hopefully he can continue to progress and get better as the days go on.
Especially with an offensive-minded coach, I think should help out that outlook.
Our number 3 is the Vikings kicker competition is going to be fun.
Yeah, apparently there is some definite tension in that kicking room, and people are competing for the starting job. We'll see who ends up getting it, but I'm excited to see how it goes down.
Absolutely, and that final point is that Amir Smith-Marset could be in the mix to return punts.
Well, he can fly. He is a fast football player, and I wouldn't be surprised if he took over that role. I really liked our returner last year. I'm not going to attempt to say his name, as he took back, I think, 2 kick return touchdowns. I don't know if he did punts for us, but he did do kick returns for us, doing a really, really good job as also a backup running back for us as well. But I think Marcetta could be a little bit of that mixture that you want in punt, where he can shift a little bit, get a little bit more side-to-side action, and not necessarily all that straight line speed. I think he can get the job done.
Absolutely, but we got Griff at Tavern 22 taking home $9 on that large M. We've moved past that jackpot, $13 on that Musco prize now, but we got a ton of players 3 balls away.
And a lot of things that people forget is that a lot of times you don't actually return the punt, and you have to fair catch and just take it where it lands, and having those sure hands is something that's super important when doing that job.
Absolutely, and I can't wait to continue to learn more about football into this next season.
Yeah, we got player over at Poppers in Virginia taking home that $13 Musco coverall prize in this game number 9. We are about to get enrolled into a game number 10. Your final shot at this over $1,000 jackpot, and it's closing in on $2,000 now. So get enrolled, press play. We'll see if we can give it out in this final game of Twins Bingo. But you guys should send some luck over to our Minnesota Vikings by playing the great E-Tab game, Vikings Victory. Pick a letter in the skull bonus to see if you can win some really big prizes.
Absolutely, but we want to go over the Jackpot Hunter standings that you guys will be competing for points for during that 4 to 6 span when we play the $1 edition. So I'm going to hop right in, and in 10th place, we got Spazwell over at the Gas Can Bar and Grill with 51,000. Brother Nat sits in 9th place at the Chart House with Spazwell has 51,000, Brother Nat has 59,000. And then we have a tie in 7th place between 2A Girl at Jimmy G's Bar and Kev at the Deer Stand, both with 61,000. They were tied up with Elsa, but we'll talk about her spot in a second. Next up, we got Kimmy getting pushed back over at Niswa Legion, who sits with 63,000. And then Elsa was able to break out of that crazy tie with 2A Girl and Kev. Now into 4th place, tied up with Crazy Kid at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45. They both have 64,000 now. Traded one tie for another. Next up in 3rd place, we got Not Lucky at American Legion Fridley with 83,000. Then with 126,000 in 2nd place, we have Bull at Corner Bar in Goodhue. And in 1st place, we have Bobo at Corner Bar in Goodhue with 151,000.
Yeah, good job to all those players. Let's get straight into the locations. 10th place, we got Billy's Rockford with 88,000 points. With 93,000 points in 9th place, we got American Legion Fridley. 8th place is Shady's Railside and Rice with 96,000 points. With 104,000 points, we have a 2-way tie between Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 and Hilltop and Riverboat Depot and Sartell. 5th place is Gas Can Bar and Grill and Brandon with 116,000 points. 4th place is Concordia Lanes Newham with 127,000 points. With 200,000 points, just getting into that club, we got in 3rd place Carboni's Pizza Pizza, CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. Second place is VFW Spring Lake Park with 236,000 points. And in first place, we got Corner Bar in Goodhue with 394,000 points.
Nicely done to that entire standings, but we got some celebrity birthdays to talk about with you guys. And that first one, on this day in 1926, Bill Sharman was born. I thought it was going to be about Charmin toilet paper.
No.
But he is an American Basketball Hall of Fame guard. He's an 8-time NBA All-Star, a 4-time NBA championship, and he won with the Boston Celtics. He then went on to coach and become an NBA championship in the 1962 with the LA Lakers.
72.
72.
Yeah, good job. I mean, really, really cool stuff on that celebrity birthday. Happy birthday, Bill Sharman. Next up, born in 1939, one of my favorite actors, Sir Ian McKellen, an English film and theater actor in Lord of the Rings and X-Men, plays Magneto in X-Men, and in Lord of the Rings plays Gandalf.
Absolutely great actor.
Oh, I mean, between those two roles, he is so iconic.
I also think he plays Lumiere in Beauty and the Beast.
Does he?
Yeah, or something along those lines.
That's really, really cool. Happy birthday, Ian McKellen. And I just love to see another Ian succeed.
Absolutely. But next up, in 1944, on this day, Frank Oz was born, the American puppeteer. He played Grover in Sesame Street as well and The Muppet Show.
Yeah, Muppeteer.
Muppeteer.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, not puppeteer.
I got to put some respect on his name.
He's a Muppeteer. Next up, born in 1963, we got Mike Myers, Canadian actor and comedian, is in SNL and Wayne's World.
Really, those are the two that are described for him.
Yeah.
There's so many different works. He is Shrek. He is the Austin Powers. You name it, he's done it.
Yeah, he's got so many different roles. We just watched him in a new role that he's in that just came out recently.
Something. But we got $12 on that line prize, $12 on that large M, and T-Bone over at Poppers is taking home the line prize, $12 going out to you. The Pentaverith or something like that.
Yes, that's what it is. Yeah, it's called the Pentaverate. Really, really fun stuff. Mike Myers, comedic, really, really fun comedian.
Out-of-the-box characters. But in 1969, up next, we have Anne Heck. She was an American actress known for Donnie Brasco as well as Juror and Volcano.
Yeah, not familiar with her works, really.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
She looked like someone I would watch, but I'm not sure exactly.
I recognize her. I think she was in a relationship with Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh.
She was in Cedar Rapids with red hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was in Wild Side. She was in Psycho, Spread with Ashton Kutcher.
Really cool.
My Friend Dahmer, a couple works.
Happy
Very cool.
birthday, Anne. Next up in 1977, we got Gil Beelen, Dutch radio DJ, the Guinness World Record, longest radio DJ marathon ever, lasting 198 hours, non-stop broadcasting.
Absolutely. And then our final one in 1979, Brian Urlacher was born, and he is an American football player, and he's played with the Chicago Bears.
Yeah, I think he may even be in the Hall of Fame at this time. I know he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Unfortunately so, because he was a dominant Chicago Bear linebacker that we had to deal with as a Minnesota Vikings for a very, very long time. But still is involved with football a bit, and just probably one of my favorite linebackers of all time.
Absolutely. Well, happy birthday to everybody. And if it's your birthday as well, happy birthday to you.
Yes, we did click over on that coverall, but we got a large M going out to Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven, $12. Now we're working on an $18 coverall. We have a bunch of cool movies released on today: 1977, Star Wars A New Hope, Star Wars Return of the Jedi, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Men in Black 3, Baywatch, and Solo, A Star Wars Story.
Absolutely. But we got Brizo at the Atomic Star Tavern taking home $18 on that must-go prize. That was the final game of Twins Bingo. You guys are about to begin enrolled in the 25-cent card edition of Jackpot Hunter. But we want to talk about the biggest jackpot that went out this weekend and the charity it supported. The crazy kid over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 got to take home a great jackpot of $35,310. And while he was playing over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, as well as all the other players at that location, they support the Italian American Club Foundation, and their mission statement is to preserve the Italian American heritage and culture, to promote and inspire a positive image and legacy for Italian Americans, and to strengthen and empower ties between the United States and Italy.
Well, definitely some great stuff there. Enjoy a little bit of Jackpot 125-cent edition, and remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.
60,000 points in fifth place. We got GTZ over at the Midi. Fourth place is Mikey Wins over at Steve-O's with 168,000 points. With 183,000 points in third place, we got Sin Bob over at Corky's Bar South Haven. Now we get into the 200,000 point club. Because in second place, we got Nan at Corky's Bar South Haven with exactly 200,000 points. Then with 256,000 points, the number one player, Scrubeye at VFW Blaine.
That is pretty impressive, but I'm going to hop right into these location standings because in 10th place, we start off with Main Street Pub in Kimball, who sits with 166,000. With 211,000 in 9th place, we have VFW Blaine in Blaine. 8th place is Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids with 220,000. With 268,000 in 7th place, we have Our Place on 3rd in Faribault. 6th place is Steve-O's in Crystal with 282,000, hopping into a tie between them and Eagles Rochester, also with that 222,000 point marker. In 4th place, we have Corner Bar in Goodhue sitting with 287,000. Then with a whopping 403,000 points in 3rd place, we have American Legion Fridley. 2nd place is Corky's Bar South Haven sitting with 490,000, and then with a whopping 784,000 points in 1st place, it's VFW Spring Lake Park.
Oh, we always have fun during that Twins bingo, so come out during that lunchtime from 12 all the way till 1 to have your own shot at some big prizes.
Hope to see you there.
Hey guys, and one of my favorite parts of being here is being able to give out huge jackpots to you guys, but we weren't able to be here during the weekend, and so let's highlight some of those jackpots that went out during the weekend because we had some big ones.
Absolutely, and we start off with a bang with the biggest jackpot of the weekend on Friday, who went out to the crazy kid at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45, who got to take home a whopping $35,310.85.
Good job. We also had Shmee over at Hollandale 3-1, taking home $1,050.65.
Nicely done. Next up, we had Cam 284 over at the Maple Lake Bowl, who took home $611.25.
Then the final jackpot on Friday went out to Nut over at Casey's Saloon, taking home $627.40.
Absolutely, but Saturday got started off right as Cobber 89 over at the Club 57 Starfire Grill, who got to take home $5,313.
Then we had DCT over at Red Fox Tavern, taking home $648.70.
Nicely done. Next up, we had P&J over at the Wild Bill Sports Saloon in Blaine, who took home $1,626.85.
Yeah, as the final jackpot on that Saturday.
Nope, we had one more.
We did have one more. I'm
That's right.
getting too ahead of myself. DDKC over at American Legion Ashby took home $827.20. Good job as the final jackpot on Saturday.
That's right, but Sunday got started off right, as well as Freakin' over at the Tasty Pizza Hangar 45 got to take home $10,419.84.
Second largest jackpot of the weekend. But the final jackpot of the weekend went out to Rick's over at Elmdale Watering Hole, taking home $656, giving us 492 total jackpots in this season 11. We're working towards that 500 jackpot amount. We'll see if we can hit there this week. Super exciting stuff. And remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
Yeah.
Hey guys, and we love our PGL nights. We got our Tuesday and Wednesday nights. Oh, Tuesdays are MegaSota game night, 6:40 every single Tuesday. And Wednesdays, we have our TwinsWinsdays that happen from 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. It's super fun. We're in the ice studio, even though we've been running Twins, but it's how you know that we're talking about the PGL side of things.
Absolutely. So we're going to hop right into this top 10 because you guys have been super competitive this season. In 10th place, we start off with Reyes 22 over at the Old Town Tavern, who sits with 1,140,835 points. With 1,166,769 points in 9th place, we have Sarah Honey at Eagles Austin. 8th place is Bucks over at Rustic Saloon, who sits with 1,174,200 points. But right ahead of him, with only about 315 points separating him, a virtual tie in 7th place, we have OE50 over at Stanchion Bar, who sits with 1,174,515 points. But with 1,209,420 points in 6th place, we have Nixon over at VFW Roseville. 5th place sits with Bryzo at the Underground Bar and Grill with 1,342,895 points. But right ahead of them, in 4th place, we have a Forget UD at Eagles Austin, who sits with 1,487,070 points. But with 1,722,925 points in 3rd place, we have Big Dog over at Rustic Saloon. Now for the 2 million point club. In 2nd place, we have Keep over at Billy's Rockford, who sits with 2,072,065 points. But our number one player sits with 2,200,950 points, as Bam Bam over at Stewartville Legion Post has been leading the pack this season.
Yeah, good job to those players, killing it during both those PGL nights as well as the random specialty nights we have. But let's talk about those locations because everybody's in the 4 million point club or higher. And in 10th place, we get started off with a big one, Neighbors Pub Dover, with 4,122,715 points. With 4,209,324 points in 9th place, we got Atomic Star Tavern in Mankato. 8th place is Leo's Sports Bar in Mazeppa with 4,327,730 points. With 4,552,385 points in 7th place, we have VFW Northfield. In 6th place, we got Neeson's Gaylord with 5,084,810 points. With 5,250,099 points in 5th place, we got American Legion Cleveland. 4th place is Blasco's Embassy Bar in St. Peter with 4,703,240 points. With 5,794,554 points in 3rd place, we got Poppers in Virginia. 2nd place in the 6 million point club, we got Billy's Rockford with 6,691,779 points. With 6,933,459 points. And the number one location in these standings, we have Third Rail Bar and Grill in Big Lake.
That is super impressive. I'm hoping to see them moving up in that point class just this week, but make sure you guys are coming out Tuesday and Wednesday for our specialty nights. MegaSota game night at 6:40 and Twins Wednesday at 7 on Wednesdays. Make sure you sign up at pgl.world to earn those points.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
Hey guys, and we love playing Jackpot Hunter from 4 all the way till 6 o'clock. 1, to give out great jackpots, but 2, to give out points towards the Jackpot Hunter standings. And you guys have been killing it in those standings so far.
Absolutely. They've been so competitive, and so I'm going to hop right in because we have some craziness happening. In 10th place, we have Spaz